Let me make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death. When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force. And they can use deadly force in response to stop you. We need to be clear about these laws. We cannot become a society where we just decide to take everything in our own hands and start to commit crimes against law enforcement. It is a crime. You may not like what they're doing. I can understand that there's a lot of emotions out there, but that does not mean that you get to commit a crime, especially one that could lead to deadly force. We need to keep everyone safe. Our responsibilities when it comes to federal agents, and I've been asked these questions, we do not interfere with the duties and responsibilities of federal agents.
Deep in the heart of Chicago, the Windy City has hit a breaking point where a literal line has been drawn in the concrete. On one side, you've got total chaos. On the other, you've got a single commander standing his ground. He's not budging. Despite all the political heat and the noise from the ivory towers, he's choosing to protect the only thing that matters, the foundational truth of the law. It's January 2026, and a brutal chill has settled over Chicago. But the ice on the pavement is nothing compared to the cold reality of the constitutional crisis we're living through right now. While federal teams are out there trying to do their jobs and secure the interior, they're being met with a wall of professional activists and bureaucratic red tape. Look at the South Side. The tension between federal law and these local sanctuary games has finally hit critical mass. What we're seeing is a total collapse of leadership at City Hall. They've decided that political optics and looking good for the cameras matters more than your safety or the stability of our legal system. While the mayor's office spends its time dreaming up new hurdles to trip up federal agents, the actual officers on the street are being thrown into a meat grinder of uncertainty. You can feel the weight of it in the air. A city completely fractured, where national sovereignty is being traded away for the sake of local defiance. In the middle of this storm, Superintendent Larry Snelling is the only one who looks like he has a grip on reality. When he walks up to that podium, the room goes dead silent. People recognize that look. It's the walk of a man with decades of service who isn't interested in playing games. He's not here to give you a catchy soundbite or a polished political performance. He's a career cop who knows exactly how dangerous words can be. Those flags behind him, the U.S. and the Chicago colors, they aren't just props for a photo op. They represent the impossible balancing act he's forced to perform every single day. Look at his face. That's not a politician. That's a portrait of grim determination. He's speaking to a city that's being brainwashed to treat federal law enforcement like the enemy. In this moment, Snelling is more than just a chief. He's the last guard standing at the gate, reminding a restless public that the badge is a commitment to order that doesn't change just because the current administration wants it to. The meat of the superintendent's message is a cold, hard assessment of what it takes to stay alive on the job. He's looking directly at the growing trend of protesters trying to box in federal vehicles or take swings at agents. He breaks it down with the precision of a veteran tactician. This isn't peaceful protest. It's a direct physical threat to the lives of sworn officers. He's making it crystal clear. When you use those kinds of maneuvers, you're escalating to a level of force that could very well end in a justifiable lethal response. He's trying to kill the delusional idea that you can harass or physically target federal officers without facing the ultimate consequence. This is the reality check Chicago desperately needs. Snelling is stripping away the political masks and showing the world the life and death stakes of these reckless tactics. He won't let the resistance narrative hide the fact that these choices are going to lead to a tragedy. The way Snelling's words are blowing up online again tells you everything you need to know. Even though the footage started circulating in late 2025, the truth he's telling has only become more undeniable as the operations of 2026 ramp up. We've reached a crossroads. Our legal system is supposed to be set in stone, yet it's being hacked away by people who think they can redefine what federal authority even means. By holding the line, Snelling has given every other leader in this country a blueprint on how to lead. At the end of the day, this is about keeping a republic where the law isn't just a suggestion. It's a shared contract we all signed. As Chicago moves into this uncertain future, the superintendent's warning is going to keep echoing. It's a testament to the people who choose their duty over what's convenient. The real question is for us. Are we going to stand behind the officers who hold that line? Or are we going to sit back and watch the very foundation of our society get torn down by the forces of chaos?